Ito ang mainit na balita at trending ngayon sa mundo ng social media. Matapos ang matinding sagutan sa Kongreso, to the rescue ang kilalang Duterte supporter. Ano nga bang dahilan? Well, let's find out. Halos manginig sa galit itong si Representative Acop matapos ang naging pahayag ni Doktora Badoy tungkol sa pag-iwas nito sa mga katanungan.
But when you are asked a question, insofar as the identity of that person is concerned, hindi po nyo masagot. Para bang umiiwas po kayo dun sa katanungan eh.
Mr. Chair, pwedeng sumagot.
Yes.
Mr. Chair, sa order of battle ng CPP, si Eric nasa number 1. Yan ang unang papatayin na sa dami ng sinabi niya tungkol sa CPP and
Madam,
NDF. So
you do
hindi
not
ko siya,
have to teach me that.
Mr.
I've
Chair,
been with the military and the police and I know that. Kaya huwag muna akong lecturean dyan. Ang tinatanong ko po sa inyo ay tungkol doon sa sa pagsasagot po ninyo sa katanungan ni Honorable Tiangco. Kilala ninyo yung tao sa sagot ninyo eh. But when you are asked questions about the identity of that person, umiiwas po kayo.
At dahil dito, na-cite for contempt din itong si Doktora. At bago pa ito ikulong, ay nagbigay pahayag pa si Doktora Badoy. Kaya naman, muling uminit ang ulo ni Congressman Acop sa kanyang narinig.
meron pong Rumi na quote, yung poet na Ruby. Wherever you stand, be the soul of that place. And I'm really sad that this has happened to our Congress. I didn't see this when my father was growing up. This was the place where we could stand on our shared ground of love for country, and what I witnessed right now was a travesty.
Thank
And
you
I'm very
much.
sad for my country.
Mr. Chair, Honorable Acop, I'm sorry for what happened to you, Madam Badoy. But you do not have a monopoly of love of country.
I didn't see.
I've spent my life fighting for this country. Oh, so you do not have to tell me that. Mas marami akong sinugal kaysa sa iyo. So do not give me that crap, Madam Badoy.
Thank you very much.
Kasi I have laid down my life
Protect.
very often just to protect this country. And if ever I'm going to be called again, I'll do it. Not the way you want it, but the way it is authorized by the government. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
To the rescue naman itong si Attorney Harry Roque sa ginawang pagpapakulong kay Ka Eric at Badoy na kapwa niya kasama sa SMNI.
Well, alam niyo po, ang huling desisyon ng Korte Suprema dun sa Farmally na isinite for contempt nga yung dalawang iniimbestigahan dahil nagsasabi raw ng hindi katotohanan. At ang sabi ng ating Korte Suprema, mali po yun dahil kinakailangan meron munang due process bago ipakulong. Eh dito po nakita natin, hindi naman po nadinig yung dalawa. Pinakulong na lang sila basta-basta. Dapat po nagkaroon ng hiwalay na pagdinig kung bakit sila dapat patawan ng parusa ng criminal contempt. Kasi ang contempt po ay criminal. Dahil sa di umano ay hindi pag-reveal ng source o di naman kaya yung pagsabi ng kasinungalingan. Eh, akma-akma po yung desisyon ng Korte Suprema, yung pinakabagong desisyon ng Korte Suprema na kinakailangan pakinggan muna bago magpataw ng parusa na kriminal dahil ang contempt po, dahil ikaw nga po ay mawawalan ng kalayaan, no? Eh kinakailangan dinggin muna ang side ng mga kinokontempt, no? So sa ating mga kasama, konting tiyaga lang po, pero itong ginawa nyo naman po ay sakripisyo para sa demokrasya. Hindi po kayo makakalimutan, pero naririyan po ating hukuman, dudulog po tayo at makakakuha tayo ng remedyo.
At narito naman ang buong detalye sa pagitan ni Kong Acop at ni Doktora Badoy.
Madam Badoy, did I hear you correct that you also vouch for the truthfulness of the report of the high batting average of the source of Mr. Celis? You stated that a
Yes,
while
Mr.
ago
Chair.
in answer to the query of the Honorable Tiangco. Tama?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
And if you're aware of this, would you know the personality or the name of this person?
No, Mr.
Kasi you're
Chair.
voting for his or her high batting average,
Mr. Chair,
and you do not know his name?
may I respond?
Yes, please.
Okay. Mr. Chair, what I meant by that, hindi ko po siya kilala, Mr. Chair. Pero kasi si Ka Eric po ay isang haligi ng National Task Force LCAC sa mga pinaglalahad niya. Yung katotohanan na binigay niya sa NTF LCAC ay napakahalaga. Kung kaya alam namin na yung mga sources ni Ka Eric ay what's it Tagalog? Very reliable, Mr. Chair. And it usually corroborated by other former rebels. But Mr. Chair, I do get your point.
Mr. Chair, alam nyo, sinabi nyo rin sa sagot ninyo kay Honorable Tiangco, na alam ninyo na membro ito ng CPP, NP, NDF. Tama po ba?
Mr. Chair, dati. Matagal na, sir.
Paano nyo po alam? Kasi para bang yung mga sagot nyo kanina kay Honorable Chanco, alam na alam at kilala nyo yung taong ito. But when you are asked a question, in so far as the identity of that person is concerned, hindi po nyo masagot. Ngayon, tinatanong ko, membro ba ng CPP-NPA-NDF? Kayo po ang nagsabi nun. Ngayon, ang tanong ko, tinatanong ko kung alam niyo, sabi mo, dati. Kasi para bang umiiwas po kayo dun sa katanungan eh.
Hindi po,
Kung dati po siyang membro ng CPP, paano nyo alam na umalis siya o tumiwalag siya ron?
pwede pong sumagot, Mr. Chair.
Oh.
So after po nung committee meeting dito, sa totoo lang pinilit ko si Eric. Eric, sino ba yan? Ganyan. I wanted to also, pwede ba, sabihin mo, ganun, para tapos na ito, ganun. But he stood fast on his decision. So kung kaya't yun ang isiniwalat niya. And that's all I know about it, Mr. Chair.
From your answer, Madam Badoy, hindi mo kakilala yung taong yun. Hindi mo rin
po,
alam
Mr. Chair.
kung siya ay umalis na. I'm asking this question dahil doon sa sagot ni Mr. Celis na siya ay empleyado ng Senado. Mas takot ako doon. Kasi meron pala sa amin, hindi ko alam, nakasama sa CPP.
Mr. Chair, pwedeng sumagot.
Yes.
Mr. Chair, sa order of battle ng CPP, puro si Eric nasa number 1. Yan ang unang papatayin sa dami ng sinabi niya tungkol sa CPP and NDF. So
You
hindi
do
po
not
siya,
have to teach me that.
Mr.
I've
Chair,
been with the military and the police and I know that. Kaya wag mo na akong lecturean dyan. Ang tinatanong ko po sa inyo ay tungkol doon sa sa pagsasagot po ninyo sa katanungan ni Honorable Tiangco. Kilala ninyo yung tao sa sagot ninyo eh. But when you are asked questions about the identity of that person, umiiwas po kayo. Yun lang po, Mr. Chair, ang
Thank you.
aking observation.
Thank you very much.
with Mr. Chair, Mr. Chair,
The police general. Kaya magaling ko mag-imbestiga to. Lahat ng sinungaling nakausap na po nito.
Mr.
Okay?
Mr. Chair, pwedeng,
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'll not belabor the point. I will go now to Attorney Rolex Soplico.
Yes, sir.
Attorney Rolex, in your answers to the queries of the Honorable Nograles, napansin ko, dalawa lang yung depensa na ginagamit mo eh. Number one, yung letter na sinasabi po nyo dated June 30, 2022. Tama?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Was this a separate letter for you to ask, according to you, to ask question from the committee? Or this was part of your annual report?
Well, I think it's a separate letter, Your Honor.
No. May I ask COMSEC if this was a separate letter or part of the report submitted by Suara Sug?
The Honorable Attorney Marvin.
Your Honors, the letter referred to by Attorney Suplico and SMNI is part of the document submitted to the committee as their annual report for 2020.
So, per record, Attorney Soplico, this is not a separate letter for you to ask guidance. It was part of your annual report.
Well,
Would you agree now?
Well, I accept
Yes.
my error, Your Honor.
Number two, I have read your letter. I have it in my hand. Nowhere did you ask any question from the committee. Nowhere. I cannot see you asking a question to the committee. Now, may I know, can you point out to me any part of your letter which you have mentioned, did you ask any question or any guidance from this committee regarding your franchise?
Actually, Your Honor, there was another letter sent to the SEC. However, it was shown
No,
to
no,
me.
no. We're
No.
talking
On
about
that
your
particular letter.
communications with this committee. That is the purview of my queries this afternoon, Attorney.
Okay, I take responsibility, Your Honor, if ever.
So in
The
other
request
words,
is that
you
we-
are
is not-
admitting that there is no question here.
Well, Your Honor,
If you want, you can read it.
what it was explained to me that there was a request and we should wait for the response.
And may I
No,
know-
no, no.
may I know who told you that?
Well, members of our staff in the
Niloko ka ng staff mo.
You want, we can give him a copy of the letter, then you can read it yourself. I mean, you're the one who
Well, I
furnishes the copy.
I'm sorry. I take the word the gentleman who is my upperclassman as
That,
true, Your
that there
Honor.
was no question.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
He's an honorable person and I respect him for that.
Thank you, Tony. So in other words, wala po kayong guidance na hiniling sa committee. That is your first defense. Kanina pa dun sa mga tanong ni the Honorable Migs Nograles. So I'm just debunking your defense, Tony. The second defense is that it is also contained in your letter, binasa ko, that you were telling this the committee in your report that like other franchises, dapat mabigyan din kayo ng privilege na yon. Am I correct?
That is correct, Your Honor, because in the franchises of others, there is that particular stipulation on the resort to cooperatives, which a phrase is not found in the franchise of SMNI.
Are you trying to tell this committee na when this Congress would approve the grant of franchises, pare-parehas ang wording? Is that what you're trying to tell us?
No, Your Honor.
Oh, iba-iba. Different franchise?
Bill
different-
drafting,
Di ba? Dito sa sulat mo, sinabi mo, Republic Act number 10637, an act granting Cotabato Light and Power Company. It's a different franchise with Suarasog. So why would you compare a pig to a cow? When in fact, Congress takes cognizance of each and every individual application for the grant of franchise.
I thought that the provision on
May-
this...
You thought?
Yes, Your Honor.
You
I
thought
think
it
that
not-
the...
Ano?
You,
You thought?
Mr. Chairman, the provision on the dispersal of ownership applies to all public utilities, which are franchise grantees.
That
They
is your
could be-
assumption.
They could be worded in a different manner. And bill drafting with respect to franchises have evolved so far. And the phrase, resort to cooperatives appear in some of the franchises granted by this committee.
I agree. But will you accept that every franchise application is different from other applications for franchise?
I accept, Your Honor.
Yes. And kasi iba-iba ang trato ng Kongreso sa bawat individual application ng franchise. And I think you know that. They were just arguing like the defense counsel that I expected to. Di ba?
I have no other choice. Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you,
Thank you, Your Honor.
Akop. Thank you very much.